Hey everybody, I am here today to give you guys the top 5 things you can do to give community care to a new mom. So I have talked a lot about the difference between self-care and community care and how when a mom has just had a baby, when she is immediately postpartum, and even when she is still within that first year postpartum where we're dealing with so much stress around trying to figure out how to navigate life with this new human and everything else that we have going on, why we need community care for women versus the whole self-care, go get a massage kind of thing. Okay, so these are the top 5 things that you can do to be and provide that community care for a new mom in your life. So, number one, and I bet you can guess what this is, it's going to be to help provide her with a very nutritious meal. Okay, we go ahead and look at some of my other content about the difference between calories and nutrient density. And we are focusing on foods that are nutrient dense, foods that are healing, foods that are great postpartum. So if you are able to make something like a super nutrient dense soup that's made with like high quality bone broth and like tons of cooked veggies and whatnot, and bring that over so that she's getting the nutrition that she needs, that's awesome. Another thing you can do is actually prep her like a week's worth of breakfasts. Breakfast is like one of the hardest things to get in when you are a new mom. And it's one of the easiest things for us to skip. So if you can go ahead and look for a really great nutrient dense breakfast and prep a week's worth of that and bring it over, that is one of the best ways that you can provide community care for the mom. The food is going to care for her on a physical level, and you are going to be caring for her because she doesn't have to make it. She just has to worry about eating, and that is a huge stressor that's taken off the table. Second thing that we can do to provide community care is to clean. Okay, take some time out, come on over, and do some cleaning. It doesn't matter like how much or how little. Wash the dishes in the sink, sweep the floors, mop, put things away, dust, like anything cleaning wise to help keep the house in a clean condition to kind of relieve that stress from the mom so she can rest and while she knows that this is getting done. The reason why cleaning is so important is that we know from psychology that living in a cluttered or messy environment is actually bad for our brains. It actually increases our stress level, limits our ability to think, and can be very harmful in like a long-term scenario from a psychological perspective. So when you have a newborn in the house, when you are a newborn mom, it is incredibly hard to do the regular day-to-day tasks that you were doing beforehand. And so the house gets messier, and that psychological problem ends up coming up because you're in a messy house, you're feeling guilty for not being able to do it, you push yourself too hard, then you don't get enough rest, and the house gets messy again, or continues to be messy, or it's not as clean enough. And so even when you're trying to rest on the couch, you're not really getting deep rest because you are stressed about the state of the house. So being able to clean for the new mom is huge. If you are not local, you can also like work and hire some cleaners to come in and help for the first month or two. That would be a huge way to provide community care for mom. Number 3, similar to the cleaning, is laundry. Laundry is something that piles up incredibly when you have a newborn baby in the house. It's just like, how does a tiny thing create so much laundry? I don't know, but it does. And so that's one of the first things to fall behind and another thing to feel guilty about. And baby's napping, so mom's trying to fold laundry and keep caught up or run lows, that kind of thing, when really we need to be healing and have the ability to also rest during those time periods. So if you can go over and fold laundry, that is a huge help. Run things through the laundry, fold things, put them away, that kind of thing. Huge help. So, or even outsourcing the laundry, helping a mom do like a laundry service where she sends it off and it comes back all clean and folded. That's a great thing to do too. So next thing for community care is errands, very similar to this. Offer to run some errands for the mom, like, hey, you need to go to Target, you need to grab this, that, or the other thing. Go see if you can do it for her. I know when I had my first child, here's a fun little story here. I was not prepared for the postpartum bleeding. Like, I knew that it happened. I was not prepared. And so I didn't have anything that was, any sanitary products or whatnot that were big enough for that, what was going on. Didn't realize that I needed them. I also didn't own any underwear that would have been comfortable to wear during that time that was big enough. I had all the cute stuff. So I'm on the way home from the hospital, stressed out about not having this stuff, and called a girlfriend, and was like, I need you to buy me some granny panties and some overnight maxi pads and drop them off, please. And that was one of the like best things that from that postpartum period. One of the instances where I felt the most cared for was that somebody was willing to drop everything and go do that. So that I could be cared for in that way, and I didn't have to go to the store with a 2-day-old baby, right? So any kind of errand like that, it can be super silly, but being able to provide that is a huge, huge way to care for a mom emotionally and physically. And then the last portion for self-care is to come on over and help the mom rest, okay? And maybe she had a really tough night with the baby. Maybe the baby's cluster feeding, like in the first couple of weeks postpartum, cluster feeding is going to happen, and that means that you are basically up all night and you just feel like a zombie. There's a reason why sleep deprivation is considered a torture technique, right? It really messes with our brains and our ability to do anything. So even if you could come over for just a little bit, if there's a colicky baby or something, and hold on to the baby so the mom can go take a nap, that is a huge way to provide community care. So hopefully these tips have been enlightening to you. If you know a new mom who needs help in this way, go ahead and do one or two of these things for her. If you are a new mom and you're feeling very overwhelmed and need help, send this video to somebody who is close to you. Send it to some friends, a family member, send it to your husband, however you want to help them understand what type of things would be most beneficial for you for that community care during this time. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you guys around on the next video. Bye!
Hey there, thanks for watching my video. If you want more great content like this, comment and let me know what questions you'd like me to address. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.